Hello, all Gooners, and welcome back to the Arsenal Bloodline. It's myself, Elts, alongside Julz. How you doing, Julz?
All good, bruv. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm all right, man. I'm all right. So something different for you guys today. We are composing the top 10 list of Arsenal's greatest forwards. So Arsenal's top 10 greatest forwards in our lifetime. Joe, when did you start following the Arsenal? Give us the year.
So for me, I was about, I think, 7, 8 years old. So that's a long time ago. So 1984. 1984 for me was when I started to properly be like, right, this is my team now. So because there was a couple of men in primary school. They were Arsenal supporters. There's Arsenal. Then there's the Glory Hunter people, Liverpool.
Everton,
no one was supporting
Spurs back then as well.
Yeah, I think Everton as well. No one was really supporting Man United then because Man United was just like us, was just really doing nothing. So there was one guy I remember. Lee. His name was Lee, and he was proper into Arsenal. He's like, "Yeah, man, you should support Arsenal, bruv. Support Arsenal." So I remember going down to Welsh Street Market and then buying an Arsenal bag, and that was me, bruv. From then.
So that was Hackney. That was an Arsenal area anyway, isn't it? Really, I mean, less than 2 miles from the stadium.
Yeah, so it's quite a few people that supported Arsenal then. Like you said, Arsenal was mainly Arsenal, a bit of Tottenham and Liverpool.
Sweet. So that's 1984. I started supporting Arsenal in 1990. So you got a span there of 4 decades. It's 41 years to where we are now. So the premise is we've got a list of 22 strikers that we'll put up on the screen right now, and we'll go through them just very, very briefly. And we're going to pick our own individual picks until we find a top 10. Obviously, we'll start at number 10. So from the illustrious list of the 22 strikers that we've drawn up, we've got Kevin Campbell, R.I.P. Kev, Alan Smith, Ian Wright, Dennis Bergkamp, Nicholas Anelka, Nwankwo Kanu, Thierry Henry, Sylvain Wiltord, Emmanuel Adebayor, it's controversial, Eduardo, Olivier Giroud, somewhat controversial as well, Alexis Sanchez, Theo Walcott, maybe for some controversial, Alexandre Lacazette, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, Gabriel Jesus somehow got on that list, Andre Arshavin, Antonio Reyes, R.I.P., Charlie Nicholas, Paul Merson, and Robin van Persie, another controversial pick. So that's the pool of 22 strikers.
Nice. I like that. Yeah. There's a lot of controversy in that list as well.
There's a lot of controversial players on this list,
typically with Arsenal, it has to be controversial, doesn't it?
Yeah, but you know what? It spices up the list, man.
And I bet you, no matter what category we did, there'd always be controversy.
It would be, yeah. There'd be some kind of...
it's crazy, isn't it? It's mad. Yeah, I like this, bruv. So, so we take it in turns picking our top 10, right?
Basically, until we get to number 1.
Okay, cool. This is going to be interesting. Okay, so you go first.
All right, here we go.
It gives me a little bit more time.
I know, and you know what? The first pick, man, it's so typical, isn't it?
Well, out of all that list, bruv, you've got something to do, bruv. Because, but then again, it's not. There's no pressure. Because I got to do the next one. So, boy.
Yeah. Number 10. All right. Yeah, so this guy for me, the reason why I'm going to go with him is because he was Arsenal striker in the year that I started supporting the club in 1990. His goals in 1989 led us to the title. And then again, 2 years later, his goals in the league. I think he scored 23 in 35 league games. Pretty good ratio as he led us to the title in 91 as well. So for me, number 10 in the top 10 greatest Arsenal forwards in our lifetime will be Alan Smudger Smith.
Ooh, that is a good one.
Yeah,
that is a good one.
Yeah, I've got to put him in there. Also, he was the striker leading the line when I went to my first game at Highbury in '93. So I've got a soft spot for Alan Smith. Wonderful guy, really nice guy. Never got a booking in his life. In terms of his attributes,
that's crazy, though, isn't it?
I know.
To go through the man was polite as well to the rest.
Yeah, shaking their hands and all that. Yeah, I feel like Alan Smith was like Olivier Giroud before Olivier Giroud. You know, tall, hold up play, beautiful, great touch, scored intricate goals, great in the air. won us 2 league titles with his goals and scored a famous goal in Copenhagen as well in the Cup Winners' Cup final, which would be my favourite Alan Smith goal. Great striker, great touch for a man of his size and stature. Scored a lot of goals for the Arsenal, part of the 100 goals club. So yeah, at number 10, I'm going Alan Smudger Smith.
That is a very good pick. That is a good pick. So, boy, he's at number 10. Scored a lot of goals for Arsenal. Did a lot of goals. Like you said, the touch was brilliant. Good flick-ons. A lot of assists he got as well. That I'm looking at. Brother, you put a good list together, man. You put a good list together. I would say number 9 for me on this list. I would go with... I'd go with Giroud.
Giroud?
Yeah, Giroud.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You know what? That is left field, man. I did not expect
Giroud. Giroud. Because, I'll tell you why. Like you said, he's very similar to Alan Smith. He wasn't as prolific, but he did score some bangers and important goals for us over the seasons that he was there. And he scored some outrageous goals as well, like the Scorpion flick. That was crazy against Palace. I think when he first came, he had to grow into the Arsenal. When he first came, he was a bit gangly and he was like, who's this guy? Is he going to do the job for us? Is he going to, we did speak about, is this guy going to take us to league titles? And I think we were right. Nah, it was never going to be that kind of striker where he's going to bang 20, 30 goals in the league. Nah. But his presence was good in the air, great header of the ball. Hold-up play was good. His link play, I have to say, was magnificent. Excellent. The little 1-2s and touches he did with the other guys, the little guys around him. But
classy striker, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was a classy striker. He had a good attitude as well.
He's a scorer of great goals rather than being a great goal scorer.
Yeah, this is it. So for me, he has to go on the list, but I can't put him any higher. I can't put him high up because there's too much man here. I can't do it. So for me, he has to go number 9. Okay. So yeah, I'm so far so good.
Go
over to you. Favorite goal? Giroud. All right, he scored some bangers, but you know what? The only goal I can think of is the Scorpion one, but that's not the favorite one. I just can't think of a favorite goal.
That's fair. I mean, that won the Puskas Award, didn't it? So
that's the only one. So that's the one. The first thing I think of is that goal because it was outrageous that he tried that. It was just so outrageous, and he meant it. He meant that. So yeah, that's the only one I can think of. I can't really think of any other.
That is a shock. That's a shocker for me. Early shocker from Julz there. He wouldn't have made my top 10, but he's on Julz' top 10, and I cannot have any impact on that. But Giroud, yeah. Great servant of the club. I didn't like the way he went out. I don't like what he did when Chelsea beat us in Baku in the Europa League. I don't like what he did on the team bus, saying, kind of mocking us and trying to taunt us. That was a bit weird.
Yeah, that was below the belt. That was below the belt
for no reason as well. There wasn't any animosity between ourselves and him like there was with other strikers that may or may not make this list. But big up Olivier Giroud, and not only for us, he scored some great goals for France and every other team he played for as well, including Chelsea, unfortunately. But really, classy striker. If not the most prolific, certainly classy. So, yeah, good shout. Number 8, because you've put Giroud on there.
Aha! See, this is it now. This is where it gets interesting.
Yeah, because you've put Giroud, I have to make sure that this guy gets on this list. I have to make sure that this guy.
Now you have to bounce other man out the team now.
They got to go. In fact, there's 2 players like that, but I'm going to get this guy on the list. He has to get on this list. So number 8, I always was going to pick him. Very similar to Giroud, actually, in a sense that not the most prolific, not the biggest, goal grabber that's ever played for Arsenal, but possibly one of the most skillful.
I know who it is.
Innovative in his play.
Of course, he has to go on the list.
Incredible feet, gangly, unorthodox. He has to go on there for me. It's Nwankwo Kanu at number 8 for me. What a player, man! What an absolute gem of a football player. Such a big man, but great feet, great technical capabilities. One thing about Kanu, and this is where I was debating whether he should go on this list. I don't remember him being integral to anything major that we won, or him having a major moment in the league running, or him having a significant game that aided us on our way to winning the title.
Bruv, he did. He had the game. You don't remember? I'm pretty sure that was part of us winning something.
Was that part of the run?
I'm pretty sure that was, man. I'm pretty sure that we needed to win. Well, we didn't need to win, but winning that, I'm sure, helped us.
Was that 97, 98?
I can't remember what year that was. No, it would have been not because Henri was there. Remember, Henri was celebrating with him. So I'm pretty sure that was 2002, 2001, 2002 season. I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but.
All right, if it was that season, we'll come back to that. If it was, then forgive me, Luenko. But all right, aside from that, I don't remember him having too many iconic moments in that regard. But he had some iconic moments away from that. The game at Stamford Bridge being one of them. 15 minutes to go, we're down 2-0. He comes off the bench and he scores a hat trick.
Yeah, that was crazy, ridiculous. Crazy scenes.
The hat trick goal itself was just from how I still don't know how he done that. How he done that?
How?
Ridiculous.
Was it Ed De Hoy, some big goalkeeper?
Ed De Hoy, yeah, Chelsea's keeper at the time.
6'5" or something, and he came and he somehow went around him that tight on the touchline to wrap it. And don't forget, Frank Leboeuf was on the line.
Yeah, Bennett around Leboeuf as well. Beautiful goal.
However, if you haven't seen that goal, go on YouTube and have a look.
Check it out. Yeah, check it out. However, bruv, that's not my favourite Luenko Kanu goal, and it's not the other goal that you're thinking of either. The goal against Deportivo where he's taking it around the goalkeeper without touching the ball.
Yeah, I remember that.
Ridiculous goal. But that's not my favourite goal either, bro. That's not my favourite goal. My favourite Luenko Kanu goal was actually against Spurs at White Hart Lane. We beat him 3-1.
Oh, yes. He knocked it over. Was it
he
Luke?
Lifted over the defender.
What's that guy's name? I can't remember. Luke something. Yeah, that was a banger. Surely that helped us to go on to win the league that season. In that game.
I don't know if that was a title winning season, bro.
I think it was. I think that one was. The Chelsea one might not be, but I'm sure you guys out there can tell us in the comments below, if that season, that goal, we beat Tottenham 3-1 at the Lane. And I'm pretty sure we went on to win the league then. I'm pretty sure. Because they could have put a spanner in the works. If they would have beat us and then mashed us right up, we had to win that game. Those are the days, bro. Those are the days.
Yeah. So that's it for me. Biggest attribute for me is his skill, great feet. For such a big, tall, sort of gangly guy. I think he was probably the first striker of that mold that I saw that was so tall and technically gifted at his feet as well. And then you get the likes of Ødegaard and Peter Crouch, but he was the first striker of that mold that had really quick feet and really skillful for such a big, tall man. So number 8, Luenko Kanu for me.
Right, it's getting tougher now. It is getting a little bit tougher because there's obviously some quality players. They may have not have shone for us, but they would have shone somewhere else. Okay, there's a guy here. Yeah, he has to be on the list because I remember watching him and he done some wonderful stuff. Yeah, so it's Magic Merce for me. I'm gonna put him in at 7 because I can't put him in anywhere else now. So I have to get him in. Yeah, this guy is the chip master. For those that don't know, again, YouTube this man, right? 2 good feet, full of running, skillful, and a really good finisher. And he's just a very, very clever player. And
great shot.
He played sort of like the late 80s, early 90s, right? And he played with some good players as well, some good strikers, some good wingers. But for me, he played a significant role in us winning in 91. That was his season. That was Paul Merson's season, scoring away at Anfield 1-0.
How would you describe Merce? Would you describe him as a winger or a number? Obviously, he wore the number 10. He was the first prominent number 10.
I would describe him definitely not a winger.
Where would you have him?
He was more of a Bergkamp type role.
Like a number 10, wasn't he? I mean, he was
a number 10, and he was like, that was his position. But when if Smith weren't there, he was up front, and he'd play up front. So I'd class him as like a Bergkamp type player. So he was Bergkamp before we had Bergkamp.
Bergkamp before Bergkamp.
He was our Bergkamp then in those times. So
best attribute, best goal
might be Everton, where he had an eye for spotting the keeper off the line, chip over, straight over, and it always was one of them ones where it hits the back of the net. Doesn't bounce in, it hits the back of the net. Because he's he had a great right foot. His best attributes was he was skillful, I'd say, as well. And his short passing was very good. Very good. He could do good 1-2s and he's quite nippy as well in them days.
You know what? I'm really happy that you put him on the list because I was agonizing.
He was gonna go in for me. I just didn't know. Yeah, he had to go in for me, Merson. Yeah. Brilliant.
Right, it was like Merce number 7.
Mercy's number 7.
All right. So on to number 6.
It gets tough now.
It does get tough. There's a few strikers that's swirling around in my head, but this is another guy that I think I've got to get on the list without thinking too much about anyone else. So it's an important pick because he's my 3rd pick now. So after this, it's going to get crucial. But I'm going with Alexis Sanchez at number 6.
Number 6. Yeah, I'll probably say, yeah.
He was a maverick as a player, probably one of the most exciting players, if not the most exciting player in the Emirates era. I would say when we signed him, the euphoria from the fans on that day, and the excitement of him linking up with Mesut Ozil, and he didn't disappoint us. I think he delivered, man. Without that guy, I don't know where we would have finished in some of those seasons. He was great. A player that was unorthodox, unpredictable, which sometimes hurt the team, sometimes hurt his teammates because they never knew what he was going to do, but a lot of the time he aided the team, man. He scored some absolutely outrageous goals. Very, very skillful player, very strong. Quick,
for a small guy
as well. Yeah, for a small guy, great balance. Not a lot that he didn't have going. Tremendous player for me. So I have to put him on the list. I think his biggest attribute was his shooting.
Yeah, left foot, right foot, chip, lob. Finishing was dinks, all that.
He loved the dink, very similar to Merce, like in that sense. But for me, Alexis Sanchez, number 6, I've got to get him in there. I think his best goal, or my favourite goal of his, was the one against Man City, where Jack Wilshere, of all people, wins the header, sort of loops over City's defence, and then Alexis takes it on the volley. Beautiful goal. I think it was past Joe Hart and sails in the far corner. Beautiful goal. Yeah. So for me, number 6 has to be Alexis Sanchez.
So okay, so number 5 for me, I'm gonna have to put Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang in there. I've got to go for him. He has to be in there. The man done some tremendous stuff while he was here, and he wore that 14 shirt with pride. He was a character as well, Aubameyang. He's like, he reminded me of a kid that just didn't care. He just didn't listen to his parents. Parents told him to clean up his room. Say, I'll do it in a minute. And he didn't care, and he still got the job done. And he'd always, he's going to get the job done anyway, and he got it done. Debut comes in with a bang, a goal. Do you remember what frenzy he caused? Right though, but he was. If we had VAR back then, he
was so offside.
But hey, if the linesman's going to be blind on that day, thank you very much.
Yeah, we don't care.
But the frenzy he caused when we bought him, because we bought him in January, right?
Yeah.
So it was kind of exciting because, we needed that guy.
And it was a very Arsenal-like signing at the time, wasn't it?
It was strange, that amount of money and at that timing. But boy, it was a good signing, man, and he fitted into the team well. His pace, he's known for his pace, and his finishing, deadly finishing. That's the one thing he was good at. He very rarely missed the big chances. He missed 1 or 2, but the big chances, he takes them. And in big games, he took his chances. That's what I liked about Aubameyang. And he had good link play as well, So for me, favourite goal from Aubameyang, it's got to be in that final, bruv. That left foot shot. That I don't even know what it was. Was it a chip or a shot? The way it went in was weird because we didn't even know he scored.
He took onto his
he just dropped that shoulder, man. Dropped the shoulder on his weaker foot, bang, and then as the captain, wins us the game, lifts the trophy, drops the trophy. It's beautiful. It was beautiful. It was frustrating to see him go, but in the end, I guess it had to happen for us to move on. But it would have been great. It would have been, just imagine if he was there for another 2 seasons, though. Do you know what I mean? To help the team just do something. I don't know. But at least he won us something. Yeah. So he has got some sort of, legacy with the club in that sense. But for me, Aubameyang, I have to get him in. He was always going to be in my top 10, but that's a good position for him. I don't think. I think that's not too bad.
I think number 5 is good for him. I think he was a great striker for us. It's a shame the way it ended, but I just think it was a case of the new teachers come in now. He doesn't care for your antics in class, and there was a bit of a culture clash, weren't there? It's unfortunate, but big up Uber, man. Without his goals in those couple of those seasons, I don't know where we would have finished.
Exactly, where would we have been? Because
we were really down in the dungeons in those times. So big up to Uber. I still think he's got a lot of love for the club in his heart as well. He's got the tattoo on his arm. Great striker, man. Goal machine.
Okay, brother, over to you. Number 4. Now it's really crucial because if you want to get someone in, you've got to get them in.
Yeah. We can't afford to mess this one up. This is a big pick at number
Otherwise,
4.
these people will not watch us again.
Yeah.
So, I'm just saying.
I'm pretty. You know what? With this pick here, I pretty much know who I'm going for now for the rest of this list, to be honest. And number 4 for me is clear. He didn't have a long time at Arsenal at all. I think he had the maximum of 2 seasons, but he was a prodigy. He was a young phenom, wonder kid. You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, bro. Do you remember the first time you saw him?
Because it gets Man United.
I can't remember who it was, but we looked. We was like, "What kind of pace is this? We've never seen no one run like that before with the ball."
Yeah, but before I continue, let me say his name. So my pick at number 4 is Nicholas Anelka. As Jules just said, his pace was phenomenal. His finishing was lethal, and it was very, very obvious from very early on in his Arsenal career that he was going to be a fantastic player. Unfortunately, we didn't have him for that long. We got raided very, very quickly by Real Madrid. So one of Wenger's claims to fame is that he got him in for 500,000 and sold him for like 22, which at the time was a massive amount of money.
Massive money.
Big money. I think now, 22 million won't get you much now, but back then that was a big amount.
I'll tell you what, we can give them a comparison. So the comparison to that is Brighton getting Caicedo for 4 million and selling him for 100 and whatever he went for.
Yeah.
It's basically that's what happened.
Yeah, it's comparative to that for sure. But yeah, Nicholas Anelka, amazing. His biggest attribute for me is his pace. And his greatest goal for us, or most memorable goal, was the one he scored against Man United, which I'm not sure if it was his debut or not. I think it might have been his full debut at Highbury, and he's just sort of cut inside from the left and just rossed it past Michael.
Yeah, that was a great goal.
Amazing goal. So yeah, number 4 on my list is the prodigal son, Nicholas Anelka.
I'm number 3 now. Everyone knows. They're watching this now. Everyone knows, right? They know.
They know the top 3
which just a matter of which order you put it in.
Exactly.
Yeah? It's just a matter of which order you put it in. And for me, I am biased. Yeah. So that's the way it works. Yeah. So
it's your list, bro. It's your pick.
So here's the thing. Yeah. I'm potentially forcing my brother to pick man in it, right? Pick man in a certain position because that's how it's going to work now.
Not necessarily.
Unless man ain't in the list. That's the only other way it's going to work, right? Unless it's, well, in a way, sort of.
Not necessarily. You'll see what I do.
But for me, the third pick I'm going to put in number 3 is going to be Dennis Bergkamp. Yeah? Dennis Bergkamp for me. Yeah. This guy was a master striker. That's what I call him. He's one of the master strikers. I think when he started off his career at Ajax, I think he was an actual
That's when he was a proper number 9.
Because there's a documentary you can watch about him for Ajax, and he was banging in all sorts of goals.
Crazy.
For us, when he came in, he was a striker, but then he dropped back a bit, right? Because he's very clever, intelligent.
Came in number 10, didn't he?
Number 10 is he's in that position where no one can pick him up. His passing is second to none. His finishing, he makes it look easy.
Yeah.
His skills and everything makes it look easy. The control of the ball is sick. You've seen that statue outside the Emirates? That's one time he jumped up in the air and brought the ball down and then did some delicious pass. It was disgusting. Yeah, Dennis Bergkamp. And we were privileged to be at Highbury at the clock end when he scored his first goal, or his first 2 goals.
Two goals.
And there was one moment when brother got swept away down the stairs. Right, the euphoria of it. It was crazy. What a crazy game that was. It was one
I think to this day, that's still my favorite. That's still my favorite game, I think.
And amazing. Let me just tell the people a quick story about his first goal. So in the warm-up, Southampton were warming up at the clock end, and Matt Letizia, great striker, he was practicing that very goal Bergkamp scored. He was practicing because he was a scorer of great goals.
Yeah.
And it just turned out that Bergkamp actually scored that same goal that he was practicing. It was
Glenn Helder as well.
Across from Glenn Helder from the left wing, over the top, and he looks down and smashes it across the keeper. Brilliant. Again, go and check that out.
Yeah, quite possibly the most important assist ever from Glenn Helder.
Yeah, in his career.
Yeah, brilliant. Beat his man, put the ball in, perfect cross. Perfect for Bergkamp on the volley, and we were literally above the goal. Like literally, you couldn't have paid for a better seat.
Yeah, it was beautiful. It was beautiful.
I was about 15, 16, and in the euphoria of the celebrations, I've been bundled over my seat. I'm literally upside down. My feet are in the air. My brother's having like scenes, man. Seriously, that's what you live for. Those memories of Highbury, just amazing.
It's crazy. And my favorite Bergkamp goal is the one and only. There's so many, but the one and only at Newcastle. Come on. Oh my days. I was in. You know what I call that, bro? I call that goal the Debas. Was it the Debazas goal? Yeah,
his name Debazas.
Yeah, I think his career at Newcastle ended swiftly after that. But that I can't explain the goal to you. You have to go and watch that one. It was too much. It was unbelievable what he did and what he attempted.
On purpose, by the way, guys.
On purpose. A lot of people, the one man who thinks he didn't mean it. It was lucky, right? But he meant that. He meant that fully, and what a finish as well.
In fact,
man was composed.
Only Dennis Bergkamp could have done that.
Yeah, that
you know what I mean?
It was just so unbelievable. Like you just thought, what's going on here? But yeah, so my number 3 is Dennis Bergkamp. And once again, over to you, bro.
Well, I'll tell you what. Sorry, I just want to stay on Bergkamp. Kudos to you there for being able to pick out a goal there, bro. Because honestly, Dennis Bergkamp, again, I think at Arsenal, he became what Merson was and what Giroud was. Again, a scorer of great goals, but not necessarily a great goal scorer. I think at Ajax, he was prolific. Yeah. I think when we signed Dennis Bergkamp, I'm not sure we realised we were getting this calibre of assist maker. I thought we were getting him for his goals. But then we realised, oh my God, this guy's, he creates. And the amount of assists that he got and his array of goals, ridiculous. Joel could have picked anyone from 50.
Yeah, remember the one at Sunderland
Sunderland? The pirouette, and then he just bends it, and then he does that.
The one at Barnsley when we was winning the league. Remember, we was at Highbury watching it, and it was like, oh my,
is this 5-1 we beat them? Yeah, he scored just a curler, nothing. Remember the one where he's slipping? I think he was in the Champions League. He's slipping, but he still manages to chip the keeper as he's falling back. Oh, I think that might have been
the goals against Tottenham that he scored.
Oh yeah, where he crosses it in, he controls it with his left, and then just laces it in. Oh my God!
The one at Leicester, I forget his hat trick at Leicester.
The hat trick, yeah. I think he was the first player to have number 1, 2, and 3 as the goals of the month, from the same game against Leicester. Amazing player.
The guy was just superb. Yeah, player.
Absolute legend, man. Yeah, he could have been number 2. He could have been number 2. Could have been number 1. Some people have him as number 1 as the greatest player of all time. So yeah, big up Dennis Bergkamp, man. All right. I feel like this is the most responsible pick here. This is like the biggest responsibility pick here.
Hey, it's your top 10. It's your pick. It's whoever you put in there. It doesn't really actually matter. It's not like,
It doesn't, but this is number 2. Oh, God. I feel like it should be obvious, but in my mind and in my heart, it's not. It's not as obvious as some people might think it is. I think if number 2 is playing for us in the Champions League final, I think we have a Champions League trophy in the Emirates Stadium. Yes. I really do. So on that note, if I'm back in number 2 versus number 1 on a 1-on-1, I'm probably picking number 2. Who blew my mind the most in terms of making an impression on me? It's probably number 2. Why do I have a go-to for my mouth? It's because of number 2. Do you know what I mean? So my heartstrings are really torn here. Begrudgingly, reluctantly, my number 2 is Ian Wright, but he could have very, very easily have been my number 1. I am going to say that. Ian Wright for me.
I hear that.
Ian Wright for me is a number 2, but I love him to death. My favourite Arsenal player of all time. I would still say, and this might contradict the list, I still think naturally he's our best striker we've ever had. He's the best striker I've ever seen. He's the best finisher. Any way you want it, left foot, right foot, chip, lob, volley, one-on-ones, taking it around the goalkeeper.
And he was good in the air. He was good with his head.
I was just about to say that as well. Headers, anything you want, he had it in his locker. Away from his footballing ability, his personality, the way he affected so many black youths that didn't support Arsenal. And I think this is the biggest compliment you can pay Ian Wright, is that outside of Arsenal, we're not very well liked, right? We know that.
This is it.
There's a lot of people that don't like us, but there's a lot of people from our demographic who supported other teams that still had no choice but to revere the great Ian Wright because of how he was. Yeah. He was truly himself. And now I'd say that at this point in 2025, he's become an icon for young black boys, young black footballers coming up, young black strikers. He's loved by everyone.
Yeah. What's his name? Uncle. That's his name.
His Uncle Righty. Yeah. Hope to God one day that we can meet him. That would be an absolute pleasure.
Oh yes, definitely.
Just a great man and an unbelievable striker for us. So many goals to choose from. It's difficult to pick one.
Just give me your top three.
You know what I'm going to say? Yeah. You know what? I'm going to give you a goal that wasn't a great goal at all, but the way it made me feel, it could have been the greatest goal ever. It was White Hart Lane. I think it was 95. It's 0-0 heading into,
Oh yes.
and he's won the game for us with a header at the near post.
Yeah.
His celebration was amazing. He's sort of ran the length of the pitch. He's taunting
to celebrate with Seaman.
to celebrate with Seaman. He's gone back to the Arsenal.
His face
fan.
though, like a little kid.
And obviously back then, bro, because it wasn't how it was now. We didn't have no internet, we had internet, but we didn't have social media. We didn't have these handheld devices where information was at your fingertips.
Instant.
So we had to wait for the news to come on for results, or go on teletext, or listen to the radio. And I remember tuning into the 10 o'clock news and waiting for the sports section at the end. And then they revealed to me that Ian Wright won the game for us, and I just, I was going nuts. And it's just moments.
In a way, bruv. In a way, it was better like that, wasn't it? Because it was an anticipation building up throughout the day.
Absolutely,
you know what was going on. And
what was going on.
Yes, if it was a result,
and it was great. Now it's just everything's just all in your face and everything's so instant. But yeah, that was one of my favorite goals, just for how it made me feel. Second best Ian Wright goal was the volley in the Charity Shield against Schmeichel against Man United. Beautiful volley, guys. I'm probably going to put it up on the screen so you guys can see. Wonderful volley.
And that was his only goal against Man United for us.
His only goal, yeah. Unless you want to count pre-season. I remember he scored 2 penalties against them.
Oh, in South Africa.
Remember in Africa?
Yeah.
He did score that, but yeah,
what's your volley. Best live goal?
To be honest with you, bro, I can't remember what the best live goal would have been. He scored some great goals when we were there. I remember he scored a hat-trick against Everton when we was in the East Stand. But I can't remember what my best goal would have been watching him live. But my favourite Ian Wright goal of all time was against Nottingham Forest. Big punt up the field by Dave Seaman. It's bounced. He's looped the ball over the defender's head.
Yes.
Without it bouncing, he's looped the ball back over the defender's head. Then he lets it bounce and then lobs.
Yeah, that was great. That was
against Everton. Sorry, against Everton, and he's lobbed Neville Southall, and the look on Neville Southall's face is
he was like, "Are you taking the piss?"
He's just like, "You're taking the piss." Yeah. So yeah, man, old tight righty, man. That's my number two. That's my number two for the Arsenal. Absolute legend, icon of Arsenal Football Club.
Okay, so just to wrap things up now, we're just going to wrap things up. Let's just wrap it up because it's number one.
Who are you going to pick?
And everyone, like you said, you already said it was between 1 and 2. So yeah, for me, I'm going to put Gabriel Jesus at number 1. No, sorry. Hang on. Stop that. Hang on. I've come back. I've woken up.
You know what? To be fair to Gabriel Jesus, he's probably one of our most skillful strikers we've ever had. If not the most effective in his career, his time at Arsenal. But in terms of his footwork and skill, I can't think of too many people as skillful as Gabriel Jesus. Just a quick shout to Gary.
Yeah, okay. Big up, Jack. Big up. Yeah, so obviously it's King TT, Thierry Henry, Arsenal's top goal scorer of all time. This guy, when he first come to the club, he was this skinny guy, what's he about? I couldn't really remember much about him at Monaco. I've seen him play for Monaco, but I couldn't really remember what he was about. Skinny guy on the wing, running up and down, wasn't really happening for him. Wenger puts him on the inside, scores his first goal, and a bit like Righty, just couldn't stop scoring after that. And then he just blonked up. And then he just turned into this monster of a guy. You saw the skills coming out, the passing, the Mickey taking at times, but the absolute pace again, that electric pace that we saw from Anelka. It was like, whoa, this guy's got everything in his locker, and he was terrorizing defenses. Notably, Jamie Carragher. Just terrorized. People were scared of this guy. Man can take free kicks, penalties, the lot,
everything.
And obviously the combination between him and Perez on the left, Ashley Cole, it was phenomenal. The link up with Bergkamp, the telepathic connections they had. I think Bergkamp's a guy. He just knows how to feed people. He just knows how to feed them. And Henry himself was a guy who liked to get assists, right? So the amount of assists he gave people as well. So we had a guy that can score goals and create goals all in one. To go past a man. He could defend at times. When we used to come back and do that slide tackle and slide with the ball.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So he's a phenomenon. He's what you call a phenomenon. I don't think we've seen a forward like that since, have we? I don't think we have.
No, and we never will.
And you won't see a guy that's got everything and can do everything at will. Remember that one where him and Reyes, rest in peace, Reyes, passing to each other. Yeah, you have it. No, you have it. You have it. No, you have it. And then you know what? Loudest lashed it into in the top corner. Not just in the goal, in the top corner.
Yeah.
Just like that. And then the Charlton goal with the back heel, he's thinking, well, what am I going to do from here?
Nowhere else to go.
Bang, have this. Like he could think on his feet so quickly, and he knew what he was doing. That's why he talks about he had that picture in his head about what he wanted to do and how he was going to do it, and that's how he was doing things. So yeah, King TT, man, you know.
The goal against Man City, where I forget who pumps it forward to him. It might have been Sol Campbell. I think it was actually Sol Campbell. Long ball. He controls it with his right foot in the air. It drops and he hits it on the half volley and it flies into the bottom corner. It's just normal players can't do things like that. It doesn't matter how good you are. You could be as good as you want to be.
Yeah,
but only elite players can do some of the things that he done. And they could have really been. I was agonizing over whether to go with Righty, but in reality, look, I'm a realist. It had to be Thierry Henry.
Boy, top 10, bruv. Top 10. I think that's a decent top 10.
I think it's a good top 10.
Decent top 10.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I'm just going to go through the list now because I know there'll be some players that I didn't put on there. So yeah, honourable shout out to Sylvain Wiltord.
Definitely.
Not because he was a great goal scorer, but because he had big moments at Arsenal. So I have to mention him. Big up Kevin Campbell. Again, he was a striker that was there when I started supporting the club in the early 90s. A lot of good memories and great memories from Kev. Most notably the header against Paris Saint-Germain in the semi-finals of the Cup Winners' Cup. His hat-trick against Southampton, where he scored one of the goals he scored was outrageous. He scored some really good goals. He scored a great goal against Sheffield Wednesday at Highbury when we beat him 7-1. So yeah, have to mention Kev. R.I.P. Who else do I want to mention?
Van
Persie, not really. Van Persie was great. No, Van Persie was a great striker, but it's just obviously the way it ended wasn't great. And
well, if we remember about Van Persie, we signed him at 20 years old. He had a lot of injuries. He had a lot of about 4 or 5 years of being injured, and then suddenly came back the last 2 years and started banging goals.
Yeah,
and that's what we missed out on the previous 4 or 5 years.
That's right. I think that's a great point, Joe. I think he spent a lot of the time at Arsenal injured. Had sort of 1.5 to 2 seasons where he was really good and somewhat injury free, and then he left us. He left us for Man United, and that just left a bitter taste in the mouth. Although, looking back now, you can appreciate why he did it, and obviously it worked out for him. He won a league title that he was never going to win had he stayed at Arsenal. Unfortunately, at the time.
I want to shout out Eduardo as well.
You just took the word right out of my mouth. Yeah.
So again, I think we've been unlucky with some of these strikers because they've come and they've been sold and they've left, and then we've just been robbed. I think we got robbed of a really good striker in Eduardo. He was a really good finisher, but that injury finished him off. He was
never the same again, was he?
He was never the same guy, man. But you could see when he first came, he was getting warmed up into it, and then bang, he gets injured, and it's like, oh man, because that flipping title is because these guys he was taken. That season, we 100% we would have gone on and won the bloody league, and then we messed it up.
Yeah. Painful memories, man. I'm also going to mention one more person as well. I want to mention Theo Walcott, and the reason why I'm going to mention
yes, Theo. Sorry, Theo.
No, I'm going to mention him. I know he's not everyone's cup of tea. He wasn't really my cup of tea, but he did score over 100 goals for this club. And just based off that alone, I have to mention him at least. Merson's on this list, and he didn't quite make it to 100 goals. Funnily enough, he got to 99, didn't he? But Theo actually surpassed 100 goals, so I just want to just shout him out as well. And he did score.
Big up, Theo.
Well. 2 cup finals. One we lost, but one we won.
One we won, yeah. So and he deserved that final, man. That was his final. He played really well in that half. Well, he played really well to that back into the season. But Theo's the mascot of Arsenal, man.
He is now.
Bring him up every time. Yeah, he's an Arsenal man. Yeah, always, man.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the list. Alexandre Lacazette was really good for a season or so for us as well.
Yeah, he was good. And even when he in his last days, he done well because he was the senior player and he had to just.
That's right. He was a captain, wasn't he, for a bit?
Captain, and he had to kind of like work hard more than get goals. He was working hard for the team.
Yeah,
you know?
he adapted his game when he was at Arsenal.
Yeah, he adapted his game because he changed. He was a prolific striker who just became like this hold-up striker.
Yeah, that might have been down to the arrival of Aubameyang, but
yeah,
who knows? But yeah, there you go, guys. That is our top 10 out of 22 strikers over the last 4 decades. Of course, we'd love to know what you think. Please share your comments in the comment section below. We'd love to hear your opinions. How do you think we did? Do you agree with our top 10? You probably won't, but that's the beauty about having opinions. It's the beauty about subjective topics like this. So yeah, if you could let us know, that would be absolutely fantastic. Hopefully you enjoyed the vid. Joel.
Yes, people, like and subscribe. Tell your people, man, and yeah, let us know what you think. Give us your top 10s. That's what we'll be interested to know, if you agree with us or what your thoughts are. Much appreciated again, people, for watching. And we've been the Arsenal Bloodline.
Peace
out.